Were you fortunate to get a tie tonight?
I don't know if I would call it fortunate, but obviously they had a lot of possession and created more chances than we did. So you know, we're happy with the draw. You know, looking at how the game developed. Yeah.
Concerns about the offense in these first two games?
Not in the first game. Today, for sure. You know, I thought we lost the ball too easily and too quickly. I think that you know, that's what made us defend for long periods of time. We knew this was a good possession team. So if you lose the ball easily and unnecessary, you know, 8, 9, 10, 11 times in the first half in 45 minutes, you end up defending basically the whole half. So yeah, definitely we need to improve our build up, have more options there. So yeah, we don't end up defending most of the game.
It looked like the defense handled it pretty well. They were under pressure for much of the game, but did a good job.
Yeah, definitely. I thought we struggled a little bit first 10-15. They found a couple of balls in behind us that were dangerous, but after that we defended really well. I think the expected goals for them was 0.8. So you know, credit again to the guys in the hard work they put in. They fought for each other and some strong individual defensive performances as well.
We'll now move to Justin Horniker.
Hi, Coach. Yeah, just kind of keeping on that. Earlier in the week, you mentioned how just the atmosphere of this home opener was going to be pretty high in the first 10, 20 minutes. Definitely seemed like that. Were you happy with how your squad managed those kind of expectations and just with the atmosphere and everything?
Not really. I would say first 15 I wasn't happy with. I thought we could have been much more confident on the ball, driving the ball forward more often from our build up. We made it a little bit too easy for ourselves. Ended up with Roman too many times playing backwards, where we had possibilities of taking the ball forward, and there were nice spaces to find, and we didn't really exploit them. So you know, on a couple of occasions also they were dangerous in behind us. Yeah, I thought we could have done better first 10-15.
And it seemed like there were a couple of times where Roman wanted to kind of start a little bit quicker in the counterattack when the ball got to him. Was that something that was a little bit frustrating early on as well?
Yeah, I think it's difficult also when you defend for longer periods of times. It's difficult to have that energy and the personnel to go on the break, to go in transition. So I think we really needed to be better and more confident on the ball in the build up, and have a little bit more variety, not only that longer ball, where we also struggled a little bit to pick up the second balls. Yeah.
We'll now go to John Lupo.
Olof, can you talk about Henry Kessler and his performance tonight? It seemed like for the second straight game he was really commanding in that back line. He broke up plays when the ball came his way. So you have to be really pleased with what you've seen with him so far these first two matches.
Yeah, definitely. And I think overall there are other players as well have great individual performances, especially from a defensive point of view. So a lot of positives to bring from a game like this. But you know, hard work improving in our attacking play.
And if you can just quickly, I know you're focused obviously on your team, but just talk about the atmosphere. Was their first home match, an expansion team? You're with an expansion franchise. Can you just talk about what that was like tonight as a visiting team, knowing that this was history, not just for them, but for the league as well?
Yeah, it was really nice. You know, before the game and especially in the beginning of the game, I think you know, we managed to do well to sort of kill the party a little bit. So they didn't really get that many chances as they were hoping. Also a little bit unfortunate for them, or very unfortunate for them, to get their big star injured early on. But great atmosphere. So also yeah, we enjoyed that.
We'll now move on to Matt Rockhill.
Yeah, Olof, can you just dive into the move that you made there, Chris Durkin at the half for center toy shirt? What was it about getting the press going more in the mid block? What was the biggest thing you were trying to shift by making that sub?
Yeah, we wanted to be a little bit stronger there defensively. They're good on the ball. They found these central passes on a few occasions, so we wanted to be a little bit more solid with the trio in the midfield. And Cedric didn't have more than 45 minutes. It was planned from before the game, so it was a possibility, and we were also hoping to get another player on the ball in build-up, and for Cello to maybe try to be a little bit more involved in our build-up. I think that's defensively it worked out well. Attacking it didn't work out so well.
Now we'll move to Jeremy Clemens.
Thanks so much, Coach. Can you talk a little bit about going back to the first half? It looked like the San Diego midfield was really overloaded in what we were trying to do. Can you talk a little bit about your changes with Durkin at the half and what you were trying to, again, really do to bring balance there? Because it did look like Marcel was dropping into that midfield an awful lot in the first half as well.
Yeah, and he's supposed to in that role when we're in lower defending, which we were at long periods of that first half. So that was that was the reason we thought that Chris is better suited for that role, and then to have Cello a little bit further up the pitch. But it is difficult also. They're good on the ball, and also they're dropping down with a lot of players. Their striker, the number 9, was obviously their game plan to drop down with him as well, to overload that midfield and then to make runs in behind us, which they managed to do the first 10-15, and after that we were in control of that.
We go back to Tom Tierman.
Olaf, you only had 7 subs on the bench today. Are you dealing with injuries right now? We actually gave, there was a CD2 game earlier today, and we thought it was a good possibility for a couple of players to play there. So Thomas Ostrak played, Michael played, Joey Zielinski played in that game as well. So we thought it was a good opportunity long term for us to give them minutes. And is it just nice to get Chris Durkin and Celio Pompeo, 2 guys coming back from injuries, getting them on the field?
Yeah, very good. I mean, we used our 5 subs, and I thought the guys who came on did really well. And it was that kind of game, when we needed to grind and we needed energy. It was hard work. So yeah, we
got time for 2 more.
Well.
We got time for 2 more, Tom.
No, I'm good.
Okay, if everyone's good,
Well,
we'll let.
thank you much.
Thank
Coach
you.
go. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate it.
All right.
Roman, you got to feel good, I guess, about the defense about this team, but the offense still has to cause concerns?
No, not at all. I think we played a really good team today, which just didn't allow anything. Obviously, now after the game, we can always say like we should have gone a little bit higher, tried a little bit to press higher. But the quality that I saw from San Diego was there would have been maybe too much of a risk that they played us out, and then we were not enough guys behind the ball, So I think definitely the way the game was going, we were happy with a point on the road, and I told the team before the game that we are not here to entertain the party that they want, and we did that.
How tough had possession? I think it was maybe 67%
of the time. They have the ball a lot. How tough is that when the other team is around so much?
It's definitely frustrating, obviously, for especially for our offensive players, maybe also for the midfield players. You obviously want to play. The game is more fun when you have the ball, but I would say if you compare our performance that we had in a game like this to last season, we would have never gotten away with a point last season. So we played really good defensively, and that not just the defense, the whole team, also the strikers. So I think there was a really good fighting performance from our side.
Now we'll go to Justin. Tom, 1 second, Tom.
Continues to be a stud on the defense.
Yeah, I mean he played really good the first 2 games, and but like I said, it's not just one person. It's the whole team that played really good defensively today.
Tom, we'll go to Justin Horniker now.
I don't know, man. It seemed like there were a couple of moments, especially early in the game, when this environment was loud and hectic. That it seemed like you wanted to get the ball out a little quicker than what was happening. Was that a frustration as the game went on?
No, not at all. Obviously, you try, and if you have a game plan, you try to play the way we plan it. And obviously, if we have the chance to play out from the back, then we would have done that. But at the end of the day, it's not just we cannot do whatever we want. We have to adapt how the opponent plays, and they had really high pressure. So it was better in the second half, I think, when we changed some things. But at the end of the day, it was a fight, and we had to win the fight without the ball.
We'll have 2 more questions for Tom. 1 second, Justin.
It seemed like the opportunities coming towards you didn't end up being that dangerous. Do you feel like that was part of why the defense played so well today, just limiting those dangerous opportunities?
Yeah, like I said, that's not just the defense, that's a whole team that was always fighting and tracking back, trying to be behind the ball. So it was, like I said, they were the better team. We defended really good, and that's why we got a point.
We'll wrap up with John Lupo.
Roman, when Sana went out, did you notice anything different in the way that they played, or do you think that they adjusted and adapted themselves and played the way you still expected them to play?
No, not at all. I saw the same team, the same philosophy, the same plan that they had, so I did not see anything different.
And just quickly, opposite ends of the spectrum, you were clearly the better team against Colorado last week at home, and there was a goal of draws. As you said, they were the better team tonight, same result, so you have to be happy with the point. How do you think you balance those performances where you're close on one end and then you're close on the other end tonight, and just put those 2 performances together, especially going to LA to face Galaxy?
Yeah, I mean, I said to the team now after the game that we should not think too much now and try to turn every stone and look like where's the problem. There is no problem. We played really good with the ball against Colorado, which we should have won, and now we played really good against the ball. So we can do both, and we just have to accept that today the team was really good, was better than we were. But like I said, without the fight that we put on the field, we wouldn't have a point. And so LA is going to be our next opponent, and we also try to beat this team.
Roman, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Thanks, Roman.